Just east of the East China Sea on the southern tip of Japan is a small island called Yakushima. It is filled with little tiny monkeys, lots of tall cedar trees, tall mountains, pretty beaches, and the oldest living tree in Japan. Let's go there. Good morning. Hey, I'm on my way to Yakushima, Japan. It's about 10 after 6 in the morning. And I'm just taping up my arm and I'm going to grab my last little items sitting here and walk out the door. I have to fly an hour and a half to Kagoshima. You can't fly directly into Yakushima. The only way to get there is to fly into Kagoshima or I believe Fukuoka. I'm going to see the oldest tree in existence. I'm going to see it and bring you along with me. All right, see ya. I'm doing this hike with Naomi here. We met in Fukuoka, flew down to Yakushima, got our tickets for the bus, and reserved our seat on the bus. One interesting thing that I learned is you must reserve your seat for the bus the day before. So went back to the hotel, relaxed, got our gear ready, and set up our breakfast. Another thing that they have supporting hikers here that's not commonly known, or I haven't found it on any websites, is that when you get there, you can schedule to have a bento breakfast delivered to your hotel at like 5 a.m. Because you have to get to the bus by 5:45 in order to actually be at Jomon Sugi Trailhead. I want to say it's 6:15. Got to Jomon Sugi Trailhead at the break of dawn. Off the bus, filled out our little sheet to let them know we're going to be on the trail, and then we took off. Careful, getting your shot. Just in case you are going to hike this, you can rent a car on the island. There's a rental place right near the airport. However, there's nowhere to park your vehicle at Jomon Sugi Trailhead, so you must take the bus, which is only about 1,000 yen per person. Clear mountain water. Looks so good. If you pay close attention while you're hiking, you'll see these monkeys in the trees, and every once in a while they're just on the side of the trail. We actually saw one on the train tracks a little bit later in the hike. There were several other hikers who just didn't pay attention, and we asked, did you see any monkeys? And they didn't see them. So pay close attention when you're hiking off in the trees, and a lot of times they're just out there looking for food in the trees and along the trail. There was a lot of conversation between Naomi and I about hiring a guide to take us on the trail. And I would say if you can speak Japanese or have a friend that can speak Japanese and read the signs, you may be okay. We didn't use a tour guide, but it could be very helpful if you did get a tour guide, because they would be able to set up the bento so you can have that breakfast. There are no convenience shops open at 05 or 6 in the morning. There's like 2 grocery stores on the island. So tour guide could help, but we didn't use one because it's a straight shot there and a straight shot back. So just if you're trying to figure out if you need a tour guide or a guide to guide you on the trail or not, just consider if your hiking skill, your level, your ability to read the signs, and yeah, your ability to just navigate.
maybe there's a different way.
So the first 3 hours or so was just like this. We took off from the trailhead at 6:30 and we hiked on just train tracks for about 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours, until about 9:30. There's a lot of content here to cover, so I'm gonna actually make this a two-part video. So you'll see Jomon Sugi on the next video. By the way, just in case I hadn't mentioned it already, Jomon Sugi is the name of the oldest living tree in Japan. It is estimated to be over 5,000 years old. Some estimates have it as being close to 7,000 years old, and is part of the World Heritage Site locations. So the first hours of the hike, I might have mentioned, you're on these railroad tracks and walking on the middle where the wood is. You might imagine that with all the trees and greenery, even if it's not raining, they're very slippery in the morning when you start the hike. That wood is just covered with, wet dew and sometimes moss. So yeah, just wear some really good shoes that do well with gripping on slippery surfaces. This is the halfway point. You see a lot of people sitting here waiting and resting, and this is where I'm just going to go ahead and end this video for the first half. But hey, look at these beautiful views. I mean, the nature on this hike was absolutely phenomenal. It was the most beautiful. This was a great spot for us to stop, use the bathroom. We actually had like park facilities, and we could fill up our water bottles and just take a break. There's like lots of little places for you to sit down before you start your climb. This is where the climb actually starts. So on the next video, we're going to be heading up the top, jagged rocks, hard climb. So I hope you all enjoyed what you saw so far. Go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.